And, and I've been a researcher in the field of education for maybe, about 27, 28 years post my PhD, which was on economics of education. And my work has been mostly on India, education in India, school education particularly, but I've also had a lot of PhD students who've done their doctoral theses on many other developing countries: Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, South Africa, and so on. So, teacher accountability, it seems to me, is the elephant in the room. Or rather, I would not single out only teachers, because teachers are not in isolation. Is the big elephant in the room. And my own view is that the National Education Policy, although it's an extremely enlightened document and I have a lot of time for it, it's a wonderful document, very progressive, and it's extremely well thought out. However, I think it misses out this particular thing, which I think is the elephant in the room. It hasn't got any big ticket reforms that have the potential to fix the accountability, which I think is at the heart of the problem of school education. See, first of all, we know that outcomes will be good. Outcomes can be broadly defined. You can define them narrowly in terms of school outcomes, learning, among the many of the private schools and the elite private schools. Outcomes are defined more widely, and that's proper, and it's as it should be throughout the system. Outcomes should not be narrowly focused only on the learning outcome. At any rate, howsoever you define the outcomes are going to be better the higher the effort by the system stakeholders, whether it's teachers, principals, whether it's educational administrators. How do we know whether the effort is low and the accountability is low? We know that because the outcomes are poor. We can see learning achievement surveys of children, we see the outcomes are poor. We look at teacher effort measures. For example, when we look at, for instance, teachers' absence rates, which is a measure of teacher effort, right? That's a measurable aspect of teacher effort. There's loads of aspects of teacher effort which are not necessarily objectively measurable, but one that is teacher absence rate. And we see that teacher absence rates are extremely high. In some states in India, in Jharkhand, get to the school. On an unannounced visit, 45% of the teachers are absent. In Uttar Pradesh, it's 31.2%. Nationally, it is of the order of 24.6%. This is a World Bank survey. These surveys are not done every year. That which is uncomfortable, we're not measuring it. Teacher effort ought to be an important, thing that we do monitor, but there isn't an annual survey. So, we are afraid to even measure it because we know that there is a real problem there. Anyway, so that's just for starters. Now look at the outcomes in terms of, for example, board exams. We know that there is regular cheating, and we know that the system is compromised because even the politicians are using the examination system as a kind of a political football. I don't want to name the political parties.
The national education policy does not address this issue of accountability. But my understanding is that there is so much that needs to be worked upon in terms of infrastructure, in terms of support systems, in terms of what has to be done with others, that the policy really does not, I think, has not touched upon it, because we have to work with the teachers we have. And the policy works, and that is gargantuan task, like it's huge, it's Herculean, to be able to work on accountability with the teachers who are already within the system. So in terms of preparing teachers who are coming into the system new, they have this whole policy of starting you off into a 4-year B.Ed program so that you're trained, or for higher education, giving you a 6-month induction program so that you are trained. So they have begun to work on that. And they have also, like, the shift in the policy is that the teacher in the classroom has to ensure that they are not working on their students, on what the student should think, but how the student should think. The shift that, reduction in syllabuses should be done, of course, is there, but that the processes that has to be provided for greater interest and participation of students in the class has to be given by teachers. And it is, they are accountable for this, that they make their the pedagogy and the methodology for delivering course content through inquiry-based, discovery-based, discussion-based, and analysis-based processes. So if you're looking at accountability of teachers, a lot of it is there. I mean, of course, absenteeism and all that remains, but literally what the National Policy of Education expects is that teachers would be working with students absolutely immediately and directly. So the ones who are there will have to get on with the job immediately. So their accountability on how the learning transaction takes place in the class is something that they need to focus on. And therefore, this whole idea of reskilling, upskilling, and focusing on futuristic technology. And the Prime Minister actually in one of his addresses said that one of the major things that teachers have to understand is that they have to change their mindset towards futuristic technology, and they have to understand that futuristic technology has to be integrated. So he has talked about that. At the same time, if you look at the whole policy, they have focused on teachers and that teachers have to be great learners. And the Prime Minister had said that when a teacher learns, a nation leads. So the focus on teacher preparation and teacher education is of course there.
Great.
And also that they are enlightened human beings, and teachers create enlightened human beings. It's they who do. And then he talks also about their, giving them a better status, giving them, they are important, they need to be nurtured, teachers need to be, the dignity of the teacher has to be retained, and talented teachers have to be brought into the system. For that, it will take time. I do not say that accountability of teachers can be reached immediately or even in the next 15, 20 years. It will take time. And I think they need to work on it with the generation that is coming in.
My personal take on this is I would prefer to call it as teacher responsibility, and accountability flows with that. Though they are go in parallel, but I would rather prefer to call it a responsibility. Then it becomes a kind of a personal attitude of the teacher. Before I answered your question directly about how we address this issue here, let me take a minute or two to put things in perspective. NEP is about a very student-centric learning, and therefore bundling each student with a unique bouquet of skills and attributes. Having said that, it is only possible if each teacher gives singular attention to each student, tries to understand their ambitions, tries to provide them the platform to learn the skills that needs to go with making that dream come true, motivating them, and keep revisiting their goals and help them to redefine higher bars for themselves. So all this is possible only if there's utmost responsibility and dedication of the teachers. I agree that we are not in a very comfortable position today. We are a long way to go. But well, if we have to realize the bigger vision of our nation, then all of us have to participate in this. We've been talking about this, a collective social responsibility, and without that, it's definitely not possible. The way we do it at our institutions is we lay out a very clear expectations from each faculty. It's not going to be definitely the same expectation for all the faculty, because from an administrative skill, we know the 360-degree requirement for an institution and the kind of outcome, which is definitely not limited to the marks and the result percentage. There's much more that goes with that. And so the first thing that we do is we set very clear goals for each faculty, and we try to assess and evaluate what we call as the appraisals at the end of the year. Basically, we are not going to give them surprises, but trying to map and help them realize how they have been able to meet the targets. The targets will be in measuring 360-degree student outcomes. Of course, academic outcome is important, but more important is the skill learning, the attributes, the ethics, and all that. Teachers, yeah, if you look back in Sanskrit, we have been called Adhyapa, Guru, and definitely they have not thought about teachers as only information transmitters. I think we all have that responsibility to mold them into wonderful citizens and professionals. And I would say that it's more the teacher responsibility that has to be inculcated today, and accountability will flow automatically once that responsibility is accepted.